Good morning everybody. Right, in this design I'm using the glitterfairy haul that I got subscription for October and seeing what we can come up with. I've added to this, I'm using Naio's Toxic Apple and I'm using Moyra Vivid Violet. Oh, wait till we get the netting part. Thankfully people, I've cut out all of the time it took me holding this netting in place. Yeah, so I'm coming in here with a layer of Toxic Apple. I then decided it wasn't thick enough, so I actually come back to it and put another layer. I'm letting it dry, because originally I put the netting straight on the wet acrylic, and it just covered it in green, and you couldn't actually tell that the netting was purple. So I decided I was going to add an extra layer to, smooth it all out again. Leave it to dry, then add a layer of clear on top before putting my netting on, and then holding that in place. Now, because I use Max Adhesion from Naio Nails, it has a very slow setting time, which is great when I want to, mess around and trying to get a design right. It's not good when you're waiting for something to dry. So in the end, I actually capped the whole nail whilst I was holding this netting in place. So instead of it's setting the first bit and then having to wait for it to set again after I capped it, I kind of just did it all in one go, because that just made it much easier. I think I'm coming in with some netting in a minute. There I am. No, see, I've given up. I've given up on that one, and I've gone, nope, I'm going to let that set. And so I move on to the ring finger using the Vivid Violet. I apologise, my voice is still not great at the moment. So whilst you watch that for a moment, I'm just going to have a swig of drink. Now, surprisingly on this, actually, the Vivid Violet was not as good as the other Moyra ones I've used. I did find it, the coverage was not the same as those. But to be honest, I've used one from Naio as well, and that's very similar in its consistency. So I don't know if it's just something about that colour that's a bit of a beast of a colour. But yeah, I was quite surprised actually. It did take a little bit more than I've come to expect from Moyra, but it was sorry, still a beautiful colour, and as you'll see, I mean, it's lovely, absolutely lovely. It just took a little bit more work, which is fine. Now, the purple nail has got the green netting on it. Not that you can tell, but it will do. And the green nail, I decided to put the purple netting on. Now, I'm not going to lie, people, I didn't enjoy this design. The actual work and everything worked really, really well. It flows really nicely, but I didn't like this. The gianty flakes with the stars, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can go with that. But the glitter mix, it just didn't work very well. I don't know. I was really chuffed with how the set went. Oh yeah, here comes the netting. I need a little caption that goes 20 minutes later. Because it honestly, with 2 sets of netting, it was just painful. But yeah, I just don't like Halloween. I don't like this kind of thing. But I have another set that's going to be coming, which I'm going to do more of a gothic, kind of Addams Family Halloween, which is more my cup of tea. But you get what you get, and you've got to work with it. And that was the whole point of getting this subscription, it was things I wouldn't normally buy. I got no idea. It's a box of random, come up with a design from it, and it's to challenge your creativity. And actually, do you know what, when the set was finished, I was happy with the set I'd done. So don't think I'm criticising my set, I'm not. I just don't particularly like toxic green. So as you can see, I've put the netting on the pinky finger. This has now set. It's been capped. Yeah, I had a cup of tea and everything whilst this was setting up. It was great. You still got to drink something. And then I'm coming on to the Vivid Violet, and I'm using the October mix. You can see it in the little pot at the top there, that I'm just pulling out the stars and some moons and stuff and making a bit of a design. I'm sorry I do go out of shot on this. I'm still trying to work out where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, and I need the problem is I'm trying not to smack the phone with my head or get my head underneath it, so that's in shot. So then I end up pulling it towards me. See, there you go. I end up pulling it towards me so I can see what I'm trying to do. But then you guys can't see what I'm trying to do. So it's a real... I got it right for when I'm doing like just the single finger and... there's my crystal and that's where I'm supposed to be, and but doing whole sets, it's a different positioning, and I'll get there, people. You can kind of see what I'm doing. I've just got to bring everything, I think, a bit more forward. So I've moved on to the ring finger, and as you can see, I'm putting Vivid Violet on that. And again, it's a full finger of the Vivid Violet. And then I'm coming in with the glitter mix. And you'll see what I mean in a minute. Normally, when you get a glitter mix, it kind of just flows down. This was just like a chunk. Like just a full-on chunk of... Yeah, the stuff in it, I think, was just a bit too big. Or there wasn't enough small stuff going on. And I faffed around with this for ages, literally just trying to pull out some of the smaller stuff out of the mix to give the coverage. So I think perhaps if I use that one again, I'll do a full cover under the nail and then I won't have that issue. Right, moving on to the thumb. Let's have some thumb love. We like some thumb love. This is a full wash of the Toxic Apple, and this again is going to have the glitter mix, but it's going all over it, because like I say, from the ring finger I was like, I think this needs a full base because it doesn't cover particularly well, which surprised me actually, because normally with a mix that's got so much lovely fine stuff in it, I was expecting it to cover it really nicely and just flow nicely, but it didn't. But hey, thumb got a full dose of it and it looks lovely. It does. It looks absolutely lovely on the thumb. But on the ring finger, I would have liked it blended a bit more. It's not quite where I wanted it to be, but I loved it on the thumb actually, and I loved it with the green. It really pops at it. I've never used Toxic Green before, actually. I got it as a bargain in a sale, I think, from one of the Naio. I went, well, that's not a colour I'd normally get. Why not? So it's nice that it's actually had a use, because I can't think of many things you'd actually use this colour for. Maybe that should be a challenge. How many things I can make with Toxic Apple? So there you go. I've completed the thumb, and now I believe I'm on the... Oh, yes. I've done the middle finger in Toxic Green the same, and then I'm coming in with Chameleon Flakes. So I'm putting a layer of base coat. So these have all been capped. They've been filed down. So they're ready. So now I'm going to base coat this middle finger because the flakes need something to stick onto. And I'm going to use a new little brush that my hubby brought me a set of brushes. They were just cosmetic brushes. But look at the handle. It's so pretty and it matches some of my other ones, and he found them for me. An absolute bargain of £2.50 in Tesco. Whoop! But yeah, I was proper chuffed with those. And look, it does the job absolutely perfectly because I didn't have any brush to actually put this stuff on. And there was no way I was using one of my professional brushes, you know, like an acrylic brush or something. It's like, no, that will never be coming out of the brush. So I've done a full middle finger in that, and then I decided that actually I wanted like a little bit just on the end of the pinky finger, because the netting doesn't quite go all the way down, and I just, with so much going on with everything else, I just felt it was kind of left out. So I thought I'd add a little bit in there, and this stuff is amazing. I love this stuff. Love, 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 love. I've not tried chameleon flakes before, so I did have to just go check a video to work out what I was doing. But yeah, I really, really liked it. And here comes our favourite part, people. Top coat! I'm just going to let you appreciate this. And you get an extra brownie point if anybody can actually see the green netting in this nail. All that time I spent holding that damn netting. And then can you see it? Can you see it? I'll let you decide on that one. You can comment below whether you actually found the netting. Hey, it's like, where's Wally? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again soon.